In today's video, I'm using 12 by 12 paper because we're trying to use it up. I'm making a waterfall pocket insert for my junk journal and a waterfall in reverse with some fun and magic embellishments. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm back with another segment of using up the paper pad. 12 by 12 papers. Do you have some of these paper pads? Well, I have an idea that I want to go ahead and try. This is actually going to end up being for an upcoming project. So I have this Heidi Swap paper pad that we have been trying to bust. And so there are these roses pages and these striped pages. They are one-sided. So we'll grab those, and you can see we've done pretty good on getting rid of, or having some of it used up. I'm going to pull that page because I might use it. And of course, I see other ones that would have been really cool to use here. But I've already used them. Yay! Okay, so I have that. And you know what? There was another one of... There was another one, and then I even have these in here that I had used my Cricut to cut out pieces for some Happy Mail projects, and I went ahead and I put the pages back in here. Oh, they don't go in that one. They actually are supposed to be in a different one. Okay, so I have my 12 by 12 pages. I'm going to want to cut these to 8.5, okay, because I want it to fit into my journal that I'm making that has an 8.5 top to bottom, 8.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 of them, and then I'll go and I'll cut the other 2. I'm going to cut this panel off and save it. And then I'm going to, they're 12 inches now, and I need them to be smaller. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 3 inches. Okay, so cut it at 3 inches. That's going to give you 2 pieces that are 8.5 by 3. And your other 2 pieces. Okay, so you want them all the same size. 8.5 by 3, 8.5 by 3. Okay. Whoop. What am I doing? Let me go this way. 3. We're cutting 3 inches off. I almost did that backwards. Okay. So we have those. Okay, so that gives us 4 of these pages. And so what I want to do now is I want to have a colored, a white, and then the other one. Okay, so we're going to have the rose and the striped white, and then the striped and the rose white. Okay, so that's what we're going to have. Got that? Now, we can only be 11 inches. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make a waterfall. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull these down. So if we were at, these were 9 inches, I believe. So we have 2 inches to work with here, probably. Okay, so you get what I'm getting. You get what I'm getting at here. I'm making a waterfall. Okay, but we're gonna change it out. We'll just, rather than trying to figure it out with that, that's how big we can be. Okay, so that one can be there, and this one can pull here, And these other two need to be somewhere in between. And you can have 4 different pages. I just thought that this was going to be a fun way to use up some of these pages that have the white edge. I'm not going to do it this time, but another thing that you could do here with the white edge, one of my favorite things is to use my Martha Stewart lace punch and add lace to the edge. Again, like I said, I'm not going to do that this time. Okay, so you want to make sure you are within that space. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because on the one that I'm going to make, I'm actually going to put this in the center of my journal. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half. Try and be right on. Okay. Bone folder would be good for this. Now this is something that you can do with lighter weight paper. I would actually recommend it with lighter weight paper, I think. But we are using up paper pads, and my paper pad that I'm using happens to be cardstock. Okay. Okay, so there we have a waterfall on this side. And you open up and you have a second waterfall. Okay, so figuring that this is where this is going to be put into the journal. Okay, I'm gonna sew it into the journal there. I am going to play with what I have here. Okay, so one of the things that I see after I have sewn this in, I can come back, put that, and I'll have that pocket. Okay, I love that. Okay, what we're going to do here with this outside piece is we're going to make this all be a pocket. So this is all going to be an outside pocket. I am going to take advantage of the fact that we have this piece here and go ahead and put that on here. Okay, so we can put that on there, and that will give us the color all the way across there. So I could also, and of course I probably will, make this a pocket. So this is one of the pieces that we had cut off. Can you see my brain working? It's working. It's working overtime. The glue is not. Take that, flip it over, and put it on. And I'm actually going to, I changed my mind since I went ahead and made that another little pocket, because I love pockets and I cannot lie. So like I said, I'm making this to go in the center of a journal, but you could make this for however you might want it to go. Okay, so that, I kind of like that just the way it is. Okay, I'm going to round the corner down here. I wish I'd have rounded the corner on the, but I am going to round the corner. Okay. Okay, so rounded the corner on that. Open it, you've got space, And then I'm going to go ahead around the corners on these ones, just to be different. I'm going to attach all these to each other, these three. They're going to get attached to each other. Okay, let's go ahead and make it so you know that's a pocket. Me and my glue, I'm telling you. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, and that will fold up. Let's push it in. Make sure it's in. The hard thing for me on this is that you lose some of the color page, but I'm going to be okay with that. We're going to go ahead. This is going to be a pocket that lines up. Okay, so it's going to be a lined up pocket here. Okay, there we go. Lined up pocket. Opens. Remember, it's going to get sewn right here. Let's make sure that we're all lined up good. Okay, so it's going to get sewn here, and then after it's sewn, this pocket's going to get closed. So let's go ahead and we'll there we go. Okay, so remember, this is going to go over here, and that's going to become a pocket over here. There we go. Okay, so we have this. When you turn the page, this is what you're going to see. This is going to have a little place for something in there. You'll be able to flip it over, and we can put writing paper in there or something. Then you're going to have these two pockets. Then you're going to be able to flip this over. You're going to have that pocket there. And then these are the other three pieces that you will have. Okay? So let's go ahead. Let's do, again, round the corners. And cut the little thingy. So what we did is we made a little waterfall full of pockets, right? I was playing with the waterfall idea for my journal that I'm working on right now, and I was like, oh, we could do a waterfall with 12 by 12 papers, because you know, I'm trying to come up with ways of using up this 12 by 12, the 162 paper pads in the closet. Okay. So, pocket, 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 open. That will be a pocket. I'll have a pocket here once it dries. Pull this over. And I'm just going to leave that because we'll be able to decorate that with other things. So if you took 4 pages, that's going to go there. It's a pocket full of pockets. And you could add some other paper right in there as well and make it have paper on both sides, like, you know, put a paper in there and in there. So we'll see how that goes once I get it into the journal that I'm making. If you're here at the premiere, I'm waving hi, and say hello to Chip. Hi, Chip. I'm so glad you joined us today. If this is your first Dear Julie premiere, just know that we do this every day at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. And on the first of each month, we have a brand new challenge. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow, March 1st at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time for the premiere of the details video for our March Junk Journal Challenge. We also have our Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group. It's a place we can get to know each other a little better. And don't forget, it has a free digital in the file section. While we are home, safer at home. Now let's get back to our program. Okay, so now we still have these others. So let me show you what it was I was doing that when I came up with, when I thought of this. Okay, so we're going to cut this down at between 3 3/8 and 3 1/2. I need to make sure I go all the way to the top on that. 3 3/8, 4 1/2. Would have been better to be more exact. I'm going to recommend that you go to 3 3/8. Okay, so what we're going to do this time is we're going to go white, or rose, white striped, striped, white rose. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead this time and bring this over. Okay, and then we're going to take, I did it backwards. Can I do it backwards? Yeah. Okay. So then we're going to go and we're going to put it like this. And that's going to, I get so confused sometimes. This is going to give us a waterfall. Okay. Take it and lay it down like this. And that is going to give us a waterfall using the leftover pieces after we made our giant waterfall pocket flip dilly bobber. Okay, so we'll have this waterfall. Now on this waterfall, you could, let's do it just to be different. Okay, so usually you'll have a waterfall and you'll see it like this. I am going to flip my waterfall this direction. I am going to go ahead and do that. And then to close my waterfall, I'm going to come over here. Or to close this pocket, I should say. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. Fold. We're going to do a fold. It's about 1/2 inch. Okay, fold of about 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to come back and put this on. And I'm going to pull this out. That's okay. And I'm going to take this piece, fold it over, all the way over, and put it down. Okay. Then I'm going to mark this, and this is where I'm going to be able to, this is where I'm going to cut this off, okay? So I'm going to come and cut this off right here. And we're just making bases this time. We'll add inserts another time, okay? So instead of putting glue in here. This is what I was trying to avoid, is putting glue in. I wanted this to be a bigger pocket, so I am going to make this fold over. Okay. Kind of reminds me of a money band. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Okay. So that will close that, and it will also, if I close this, which I can, I should have put glue on there, okay, and that will give us another pocket here, because you know I love pockets and I cannot lie. So there we go, and there we go. Okay, you could use this for scrapbooking also, I think. Okay, so we need to go in upside down to get in this pocket that you know what, I think we'll leave that one flat, because you might want to put like a square on here. You can still tell it's a pocket. So that's our first one. We have a pocket and we have a pocket. And that one just goes on just like that. Now when I put this in the book, I'm going to go ahead and I'll glue this, and it'll come in here and there will be room here. So this will become a band, or it will be a belly band in the center of the journal. So you'll want to watch for that when I get to actually working on that. So since we have been rounding some of the corners here, I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on this, and that kind of makes that its own little piece. Okay, so next I need to add in this piece. I'm going to go ahead, come back here, fold this at about 1/2 inch. Okay, so I have my little fold, see that? And we'll go ahead and put our glue. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put this piece in. Okay, and I think this piece is fine all by itself. This one here, okay? We'll go ahead and round the corners. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, and this time we will attach this one. I'm going to go ahead and attach it so that it has a side pocket. Okay, but first I'm going to go ahead and use that Martha Stewart lace punch that we talked about earlier, and I'm going to put it in there, pull it down. I love these punches, these edge punches. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners because we've been rounding the corners. Okay, so that one is going to sit up just above that other one. So let's go ahead, give it a round. Okay, and we'll go ahead and, like I said, oh, we were going to put this on the side. We'll make this a side tuck pocket, and that the reason I want to do that is I just want there to be more room to put something in here. You can see how thin it would have to be if we put glue on both sides. Okay, so there's that. And oh, we didn't glue this one in. Okay, so come down here. This one needs to be smaller than this other. You see our fold here? This needs to be a little smaller than that fold. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a little smaller. You see, we're a little smaller. And then we'll just pull this up, add the glue on here. Put that back down. so that is what we have there. Things are falling all over. Okay, and so we have two. We have this small piece. And I think we can save that, but I don't want to save anything though. We'll come back. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and fold this piece in half. And that will give us a card in that pocket. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead. Okay. So we'll open that. Okay, so this one can be, this can be closed. So I'm going to close this pocket, and I was thinking about putting an accordion in there, but I don't think I'm going to, because we don't need the extra bulk. We don't need the extra bulk. Okay. And this is going to be on the very back. Let's go ahead and corner round. And corner round. And punch. And there's so many other things that you're going to be able to do with this. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to go ahead and glue this bottom down. And glue it up a little bit on each side. What I'm doing here is I'm making more like a clipboard effect. Okay, so it can hold something in there, but it doesn't need to be a pocket, because I don't want to mess with the integrity of what we have going on here. So what we've built is we've just built an upside down waterfall. We're going to leave these pages. If we want to, we can come back and turn them into a pocket, but you see, because of the way that the hinge is down here, I don't want to put those two together because I won't be able to move them. I could go ahead and do, oh, that's a good idea. If we did the same thing like we did in the front and we left it as a slider, it could slide up and down. It would still make it a pocket, but it would slide. Okay, you see this? You have this opening here, and you see, watch this. When that moves, it moves up. Okay, so we want that to be able to move freely. So what we can do is we can make, like we made before. Okay, let's put that down. Pull this over. Okay, it needs to be a little smaller than what it was trying here. Okay, we want it to be straight too. Okay, straighter. Okay, so you have your two stripe pieces. We're going to put a rose over the two stripe pieces. It needs to be a little bit bigger. I probably should have left it the way I had it, even though it was... Okay. Okay, so here and here, it's going to wrap around. We'll put our glue on here. And it's, you know, just like a money band would, you know, slide around your money, like they, you know, like they tie money up with. They tie my needle with. Okay, and that should be, yeah, it does. It moves with it. You can hear, I don't know, you can hear it. Okay, I love it. Something different. Something totally different. So let's go ahead and pull this off. So this one we're not going to attach anywhere. We're just going to put it on there so that it can float freely as those pages happen to move up and down. And yet you can go ahead and put things in there. Okay, so it can be a pocket, but it's not. Okay, so there is our little waterfall with some matchsticks. We'll just put those right in there. Okay, so we used the whole 4 pages and we waterfalled. Okay, let me get these out of the way so that we can have a look here. Okay, so we have our waterfall insert that is going to go into the middle. So it's a waterfall pocket insert, and it still leaves us places to decorate, and then places to add items. Remember, we're going to sew this and then pull this over, and that will give us that will hold this in the middle of the journal like that. Okay, like that. And then we'll have those pages. And then we'll have this waterfall that we can put on a page somewhere in the journal. So it can go, you know, as a belly band, and you'd be able to put stuff in. I would probably, because of how heavy it is, put it more on a side of a journal, okay? And then you'll be able to pull this down. Remember, this one's a little tuck so that it has more room. This one you can pull and the little money band moves freely, yet you can put like a tag or something in the pocket, okay? So tag or something can go in that pocket, and something can go in this up here. Or the other thing that this could do is it could hide writing. So you could put a flip-flop in here, and this could be closed, you know, holding that in there. So watch for more ideas with this. I'm really liking this idea right here. So we'll probably be doing some more waterfalls here on the Dear Julie channel. So there you go, our giant waterfall pocket and our waterfall in reverse. Okay, so that will go in the journal like that, possibly with a string or something that is held behind it and tied to help to keep it from popping open every time you open the journal. Okay, so which one was your favorite? I will make a post in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Facebook group, and I would love to see your version of these 2 items. Okay, and how's that for using up 4 12 by 12 paper pages, and all we had left were the little dilly bobbers. And of course we can go ahead and, you know, they could find a place. They could we could find them a place. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget, tomorrow is March 1st, and we will be here with our brand new March Junk Journal Challenge. No hint. So tomorrow, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, right here, we will have the details video for the March Junk Journal Challenge. I hope you'll join us then. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.